welcome to another video. I am super excited because this is going to be month 2 of Fictionary. I am now going to be picking my September Fictionary TBR. If you don't know, Fictionary is my new TBR game. It is based off Pictionary. We have different colours depicting different categories that will all be linked to different prompts on some cards that I have that match each colour and category. I get 6 rolls, so I pick out 6 books unless it goes really, really wrong. I have a 1-minute timer to pick each book. If I cannot find a book within that 1-minute timer, then I have to take a forfeit card, which could be anything at all. I am very, very excited to be picking out my September TBR. If you want to find out how my August TBR went, there will be a video up next weekend with my wrap up. But I am really excited to dive into this. I feel like it worked really well the first time, so very, very excited. I have a little bit more of a plan in my head as to a couple of books I would like to try and get onto this TBR. Some that I need to for various different reading vlogs, and others that I just really would like to read and get on the TBR. So without further ado, let's get rolling and let's get picking my September Fictionary books. So these are the 2 books that I want to try and get onto my TBR if I can. We have got Law and we have also got Girls, A Paper and Fire. So I'd like to be able to try and get these 2 on. If I can't, it's not the end of the world, but they are for a specific reading vlog. I'm not going to tell you what it is because that would ruin the surprise, but I'm hoping I can pick these ones out. There's also a couple of other books I would like to try and add on, but some of them I don't actually know what they are yet, so that's literally impossible. I just haven't quite decided on some of them yet, so I won't be adding those in. And there's also a couple of books I would just generally like to try and get to. So let's roll, see if either of these come up, and if not, see what does come up. I've got my dice at the ready. Amy Pond is waiting on position number 1. 6 rolls, September TBR, here we come. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Appearance. So the first prompt is going to be appearance themed. I have my 1-minute timer. I'm going to show you the card and then I'm going to look at it myself and hopefully find a book that suits it within the 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to look at the card, start the timer, and mania shall begin. Blue cover. Okay. I have a book and I have 30 seconds to spare. Yes, okay, right. First book for the prompt of blue cover is Tangle Wreck by Jeanette Winterson. This is one I wanted to try and get onto my TBR for a specific reason as well, but I have got a slight stack of books that I want to get on for this video, so I wasn't going to necessarily be too bothered if I couldn't get them on. I was just going to try and read them at other points, but this definitely has a blue cover. Now, I'm not going to tell you anything about these books yet until I have finished the selection of them, but I will say this will be a reread and I am quite excited about it. So this one has made its way so far onto the Fictionary TBR. That rhymed. Roll number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So another 6, we have got title. Here is the prompt. Okay, I'm gonna have a look and then run around for a minute trying to find a book to fit it. Title contains magic reference. Oh, I think that should be okay. That wasn't even like, you know, that was 10 seconds. I have gone for The Nature of Witches, which I think definitely contains a magic reference. I've been wanting to read this one since I got it earlier this month, so this fits perfectly, and I think will also be a really good book for these seasons changing, so hopefully I like this one, but this definitely fits that prompt, so a book with magic reference in the title. Okay, roll number 3. This is kind of going okay so far, kind of. Another 6. Right, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Difficult. Did I just jinx it by saying it was kind of going okay so far? Here's the prompt. I'm terrified. Book I keep putting off. Great. Great! Okay, I feel like Lauren is going to be really pleased with my choice here from Fiction Tea, because I have picked Crystal Storm, which is the second to last book in the Fallen Kingdom series, and is one I keep putting off because 1, I don't want the series to finish, 2, I wanted to read these books back to back, and 3, I just don't really fancy picking it up at the moment and I don't really know why. These are always super quick reads for me, so I don't really know why that's been my logic, but this is the 5th book, there's 6 in the series, I've been putting off picking it up, and now it's on my TBR for September. Keep forgetting what month it's gonna be. September. Okay, roll number 4. Getting a little bit more scared now. 1. Any book. Yes! Okay. Do I even need to set a timer for this? I mean, no, because I know it's gonna be one of these 2. So it's definitely gonna be one of these 2. I'm trying to think which one would be more likely to come up under another prompt. I'm gonna pick Law because I think that Girls of Paper and Fire could come up under other prompts. It's a more colourful cover, for example. There's more words in the title. I don't really know what prompts this could come up for, to be honest, but I'm gonna go for Law. Law is gonna be my any book pick. Okay, 2 rolls left to try and get Girls of Paper and Fire on my TBR. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's difficult again. Okay, there's genuine fear in my eyes now because this is my second difficult. Here's the card. Genre I don't normally read. Why? Okay, I've done it. I've bossed it. I'm actually okay with this decision. That wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. However, I am picking up some larger books right now, so I think I need to think about maybe a graphic novel for the next one if it'll fit, unless Girls of Paper and Fire fits. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I haven't really been thinking about audiobooks here either. Oh no. Okay. Well, the book I picked next is Trifles Need Not Apply, which I have actually been really wanting to read, so I'm quite pleased I could get this onto my TBR. This is a historic fiction. Now, I have, as of filming this week, last week I've just read 2 historical fictions. However, it is not normally a genre that I lean towards, so I picked this one for that reason. This is also a feminist novel, which I do often try to read as much of as I can. So in that sense, I am familiar with it, but the historic genre and the historic setting is going to be, I assume, a massive part of this. So I'm definitely saying it counts for this prompt, and I really want to read it anyway, and I love that cover, so yay, another slightly larger book. I mean, they're not large. Hang on, how many pages is it? They're just over 400 pages, these ones, I think, but final roll. 1, 2. People and Places. Okay, this is the one I struggle with the most because it requires me to know more about the books that I don't necessarily know a great deal about. Okay, there is the card. Let's have a look. Book with a map. Does it have a map? Does it have a map? Please have a map. Please. Oh my god, is that a map? Yes. Okay, this counts. Yes, I can have this. I need to stop my timer. I got it on my TBR. I panicked. Didn't really think about checking for any of my graphic novels. Oh dear. Oh no, this has not gone well. Oh well, I got Girls of Paper and Fire onto my TBR. So I've got 3 of the books that I wanted to get on my TBR I've also got one of the books that I genuinely wanted to read anyway this month coming up on my TBR. I'm a bit scared. Okay, let's recap what we've got on my September TBR. First up, we have got Tangle Wreck by Jeanette Winterson. This fits the prompt for appearance of a book with blue on the cover. It's blue everywhere, the whole book is blue. This is a reread for me. I think I first read this when I was about 10 or 11, so I can't remember much of it other than the fact I loved it. This is going to be for a themed reading vlog. I will tell you no more about that, but do subscribe, hit the bell, etc. if you want to see what that is. But this follows a girl on her quest to write time. Time has basically been going wrong, it's all been slowing down, it's all been very strange. She has to try and find the timekeeper, but there's also some evil villains also after this timekeeper, and she has to try and get there first to make sure everything goes back to normal. So I am excited to read this. I think it's a middle grade, it's going to be quicker. The font sizes are generally bigger in middle grades anyway, so the fact that this is over 400 pages should hopefully not be too much of an issue, but I am excited to read this one again. I've had this on my shelves ever since I read it the first time, obviously, and I've always thought that maybe I would go back to it and reread it as an adult, so today is that day. Well, not right now today, but this coming month is that month. So for my next prompt, I got title, so I had to pick something with a magic reference in the title. And for that, I went with The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. This is a new fantasy release, and it follows witches who have the ability to control the seasons, or the climate at least. Witches have maintained the climate. So I think that this does also talk about the environment and nature around us, which I really like. But this follows one specific witch who has to decide between doing the right thing or losing her love, I think. So I'm excited to read this one. I haven't really heard too many people giving their thoughts and theories on this one yet. I have seen people hauling it, but I haven't seen many people reading it yet, so I don't know what to expect. But I'm excited. Then I got to pick any book, for which I picked Law by Alexandra Bracken. So this is about a girl who basically seeks revenge on the Greek gods because of something that happened in her family, and every X amount of time, I don't know how often, but the gods basically come down to our modern day world for this big game, a hunting game, every X years. It doesn't say how often. Every 7 years for 1 week, they have to go and walk on the earth as mortals and be hunted by the descendants of these ancient bloodlines. And our main character is basically getting involved in this, and it's her story, her revenge story, and what she discovers along the way. I've had this one on my TBR for a while. This is the beautiful Fairy Loot edition. But this will be going towards another reading vlog that I'm planning, so lots of exciting reading vlogs coming soon. And this one is for the prompt of any book, which I was very glad to be able to fit this on for. Then we had a book that I keep putting off, so I have gone for Crystal Storm by Morgan Rhodes. This is the 5th book in the Fallen Kingdoms series. Fallen Kingdoms is kind of Game of Thronesy, but a lot lighter, but still equally as intense and as brutal. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to tell you what this one's going to be about because that will contain spoilers for the first 4, but I have been really enjoying this series over the last year, and this will be very close to me rounding off the series altogether and finishing it, which will be quite an achievement, I think. To tick off a series of 6 books is always a win. So this fits the prompt of a book that I have been putting off reading. Then for the prompt of a genre I wouldn't normally read, we have got Triflers Need Not Apply by Camilla Bruce. This is a historic fiction that follows a woman who realises the world is pretty much made for men, and she's not okay with that. So she decides that she is going to start killing them and basically goes on a killing spree, and this is the story of that. And it is meant to be a feminist novel, but I think it's also quite brutal. I'm very excited to read this, and because I don't normally read historic fiction too much, it fits perfectly into that prompt. Finally, I managed to weave on Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nagan onto my TBR, which fitted the prompt, a book with a map in it. Thank you, Natasha Nagan, for including a map in your book. I have tried to describe this book in many different videos, and it seems like I just regurgitate the top line or the top few lines of the blurb anyway, so to describe this, I'm just going to give you like the tagline. Each year, 8 beautiful girls are chosen as paper girls to serve the king. It's the highest honour they could hope for, and the most demeaning. This year, there's a 9th, and instead of paper, she's made of fire. So this, again, is for a themed reading vlog. I'm very excited to do more of these themed reading vlogs. They're the videos that I enjoy watching the most, so I thought, why am I not making more of these, or if any at all? So I'm going to be doing a few of those. Excited for this one to be making an appearance on my TBR at last, because I've had it for quite a while now. So that was my Fictionary TBR for September. I feel like this looks like more than what I was hoping it would look like. Like, I was hoping we'd get some graphic novels, we'd maybe get some audiobooks, but I then forgot about that as soon as I started picking the books, which is my own fault really, but here we are. So if you did enjoy my Fictionary TBR, please give this video a thumbs up, comment down below what you think of my book picks, subscribe to see more of my face on your feed, and if you want to get notified when my next TBR will be up, you can press the little bell icon. You can also help pick the prompts if you want to for my Fictionary TBR. That is through my Patreon, which is linked down below, and I think that's probably everything. I have now got to go and put these on my TBR trolley and be absolutely terrified that these are the books that I have to read in September. It's quite a big stack. So yeah, if you want to see how I did with my October, no, that's not happened yet. What was last month? This month? August. If you want to see what happened with my August TBR, that video will be going up, I think, a week after this one. So again, hit that bell button. I never plug the bell button. Now I'm suddenly plugging it. Anyway, hit the bell button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep smiling and stay positive.